Now we will answer the question number 4. In here we will learn about taxes and WACC. So let's go to the question. The question says that Zaimaka Mining has a target debt-to-equity ratio of 0.55. So the debt-to-equity ratio is 0.55. That means that debt is 0.55 and equity is 1. So if equity is 1, the debt is 0.55. That's called the debt-to-equity ratio. So its cost of equity is 14% and its cost of debt is 8%. So this 8% is the cost of debt and this is the cost of equity. So if the tax is 35%, then what's the company's WACC or what's the company's WACC? So if you remember about the WACC formula, that if you want to calculate WACC, then you're going to need mainly two components. One is the weight, another one is the cost. So the cost is given, that the cost of equity is 14 and the cost of debt is 8%. But what is not given is the weight. So we can use this debt to equity ratio to calculate the weight. Let's see how to calculate it. So a debt to equity ratio of 0.55 indicates that the weight of the debt is 0.55 over 1.55 and the equity weight is 1 over 1.55. This 1.55, how did we get it? Is we just add 0.55 plus 1 for equity and 0.55 for debt. That's how we got 1.55. So using this relationship, we can establish that the debt is equal to 0.55 while the equity is 1. So our total value, the total value is just the summation of debt and equity. So in our case, the debt is 0.55, equity is 1. So our total value is 1.55. So we can easily, from using this, you can easily calculate the weight for debt and equity. So the weight for debt is debt over the total value. So in our case, D is 0.55, as you can see here, and over value is 1.55, and the weight of equity is equity over value. So equity is 1, and over 1.55 is the total value. So now we got the weight of equity and weight of debt also. Now it's time to calculate the WACC. So this is the equation which is weight of equity times return, or the rate for equity, that means the cost of equity, plus weight of debt and the cost of debt. So if you plug those numbers in, you will get this equation. If you solve it, you will get 10.88%. So you may wonder, where did we get this 1 minus 0.35? It is because, as we discussed earlier, that the interest is tax deductible. So here we will be just doing one thing, that 1 minus t. So our t is 35% in our question. So 1 minus t is 1 minus 0.35. Thank you.